Hi everybody, Joe Conroy, Certified Financial Planner, and this year the market's hitting all-time highs, and I'll tell you, within my client group, I've had more and more people achieve 2 comma club status. 2 commas, that's $1 million of net worth, right? Between home equity, take all the assets, subtract all the debts, $1 million or more. A lot of people are hitting that $1 million mark just in liquid assets, so 401k, brokerage, things like that, right? But what I've noticed is that when people are newly minted millionaires or multi-millionaires, it's kind of like being a first-time parent. So I've got 3 little kids, 6, 5, and 2. Recently, we're at my neighbor's house, we're in the backyard. They had a big bounce house, lots of kids running around, and my 2-year-old, she's a little bit of a wild child, right? And she's got 2 older brothers, so she's tougher than most, I think, at this age. But in any event, she's running around the backyard. There was a little bit of rain earlier in the day, so she's covered in mud, but she's having the time of her life. And the yard was fenced in, so she really couldn't get anywhere, and there was a bunch of people around. One of the other parents had a 1 to 2-year-old, probably child of similar age, and they wanted to play in the bounce house. Well, this mom was in the bounce house with all the kids, hovering over to make sure that everybody was fine and that nobody got hurt or whatever the thing was, right? And I just got a little chuckle to myself that when I think our oldest was around that age and we didn't have any other kids or parenting experience, we were all over it, making sure that, everything was covered. And then with each new kid, I think you get a little bit more relaxed and you just get comfortable with the fact that every once in a while you get a scraped knee or, whatever. What does first-time parent and new millionaire have to do with each other? Well, if you see these balances that are larger than they've ever been for the first time, market volatility means something a little different to you, right? But if you've been around the block a couple of times and you've been a millionaire in 2008 and then again through COVID, you're kind of battle tested, and it's really not much that's going to make you super nervous. My experience, right? Not true of everybody. So being a first-time parent is kind of like being a first-time millionaire in the sense that you've got this precious baby, and sometimes, you're probably helicopter parenting or helicopter millionairing, that's not a word, or just hyper tense when it comes to it, when what I think you come to realize, at least I have as a parent, is that you only can control so much and just, you got to let things be a little bit, get a little bit more relaxed. Being super tense isn't going to create better results, all right? If you're fortunate enough to join that 2 comma club for the first time, just know that it's going to sound funny, but it gets easier seeing market drops. It might be the same percentage, but a 10% drop on 100,000 feels different than a 10% drop on $1 million because the dollars are so much more exaggerated. It's the benefit, right? We like the upside, but the downside can have a deeper impact when you've got more money. So for all of you multi-millionaires who have been around the block a few times, you're probably nodding your head and saying, yep, that's exactly our experience. I hope that story makes sense and is somewhat relatable. And as always, thank you for watching.